17 buses and 22 trains, and we're almost at the trailhead. So when I got to Yosemite, I made my first big mistake. I didn't realize that you had to have reservations to camp basically anywhere there. So I was there during the summer, busy season, and rather than risking getting a ticket in Yosemite, one of the most crowded parks in the country, I decided to get a hotel right outside of the actual park entrance. And boy, was that a mistake. $260 for a very nice room, but I got into the room probably about, I don't know, 6:30 p.m. And I went down, had some pizza, came upstairs, packed some of my pack stuff away, and fell asleep. Woke up the next morning and left. So 200 and either 50 or 60 bucks. So yeah, pretty crazy. Waiting in line to get a spot in Camp 4. And just sitting here talking with some people. Met a great French couple that are traveling, and met a guy that was on the same bus as I from Australia. So we got our little magic tickets and hoping that we can get a spot for tonight for $6 rather than the $240 I spent last night.
I have a general. I assume that's Yosemite Falls.
This is what Yosemite looks like in the smack dab in the middle of the week. I think today's Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, it is just wall-to-wall people. But like everyone said, it is just spectacular out here. I've really enjoyed just meeting the people. The first guy I met was from Australia, Melbourne area. Really nice kid. Then I met a young couple from France who are trying to get a tent spot at campsite 4. At the bus stop this morning on my way from from Yosemite Valley Inn to Yosemite, I met another couple from Poland who are really nice. So I've met more people from other countries than I've met that have lived here. So we're heading up the mist trail to Vernal Falls. As you can see, it is just a virtual parade of people. Very popular trail. It is very tough. I mean, it is steep. It's probably a good 18% grade. But I think it's only 3.5 miles there and 3.5 miles back or something. The squirrels are very friendly around here. Let's see, where's that guy? There he is, just running down that rock. Okay, sitting here in the tent, give you guys a little recap of the day. First thing I did was come to Camp 4, which is a camp that you can that you don't need a reservation for. Matter of fact, they don't take reservations. It's all first come, first serve. There's 170 campsites, and I'm carrying 2 backpacks: my hiking backpack and a just kind of a school book backpack that I wanted with me on the train, so I could have some stuff that I'm not gonna take hiking. So I wanted to get rid of that as fast as I could. Just adds a lot of weight, a lot of stuff I didn't want to carry around during the day. So I came to this Camp 4 is what they call it. It's kind of set up for climbers and hikers, people that don't have cars. Well, it's really for anyone. But so I thought, where can I put this backpack? They don't let you put it in the lodge unless you're staying there, and I'm not really staying anywhere. So I came to this Camp 4 and stashed it in a bear box. So that was kind of nice. But while I did that, I saw this line forming, and I thought 8 o'clock was too late to get a campsite at this Camp 4, because they go really quick. I mean, some people sometimes will start standing in line at 4 a.m. to get a site for that night. But anyway, so I met this guy from Australia who was actually on my bus earlier that day, the previous day, and he had 2 little these magic tickets. They give you these little pieces of paper, and if you get a piece of paper, you get a campsite. So he had an extra one, and he said, I've got an extra one. So that worked out really good. Waited in that line for about 45 minutes till we got up to the ranger station, and so then I came and I set up my tent and hiked or took a shuttle. All the shuttles in the park are free, so I took a shuttle to the Mist Trailhead, which is also the Happy Isles Trailhead. It's where the John Muir Trail starts if you're hiking northbound to southbound. So I think it was a 3.5 mile steep uphill. The guide, they have trail guides, and they say it's either easy, moderate, or strenuous. I've kind of found a lot of times these touristy spots, where they say strenuous, it's really not that bad. There's spots at Turkey Mountain that they rate as extremely strenuous, but it's not nothing. This one actually was. I mean, it was. I don't know all the specifics. I think we climbed 2,000 feet in about 3.5 miles. Maybe 2.5. I don't know, but I mean, it's straight up. There's 600 stairs to get to the top of these falls, but it's called the Mist Trail. It's Mist Trail for a reason. The waterfall is just spectacular. Just the power of that water coming over this cliff, hitting the water below. It creates a lot of mist in the air, so your camera and phone get a little bit wet, and the rock steps are all wet, so not too bad going up. But coming down, you got to really watch where you put your foot, because like I say, it's steep. You can go rolling down those stone steps and really hurt yourself. But I did that, and waited in line for about 45 minutes to get the shuttle bus back to Camp 4. Got back here about 5 o'clock, a little bit early. I was going to do a different trail that goes up a little bit on this other waterfall, but that's like the biggest touristy spot. I mean, you're just elbow to elbow with people, and I didn't feel like doing that. So I just came back to camp and not cooked some dinner. I had some tortillas with cheese and some salami, and I've been just sitting in the tent. I actually have internet. I didn't have internet at all yesterday. Not real strong, but I listened to a couple YouTube videos like I always do in my tent. It's kind of getting dusk out, and filling up even more. I mean, there must be 500 people in this campground. So this is the view out my door, and I'll just show you around in the tent a little bit. That's my clothes bag and my hat. Got my sleeping bag right there. This is my little electronics bag, and Got my charger, my pillow, got some water, and pretty comfy. Actually, it's a little bit warm. Keep blocking the camera here. I've opened both sides to my tent. I've opened that side and I've opened that side. So I don't have much privacy, but hoping to catch a little wind. It's just really still out here, and it's probably still a good 70 degrees. Tomorrow I'll get up about 7 o'clock, catch the 9:10 bus that'll take me back to Merced. Then I'll probably catch an Uber or a taxi or something, and the bus will drop me off at the Amtrak station in Merced, and I'll get an Uber to Hertz rental car, where I've got a cheap little rental car. And then I think it's about a 3-hour drive to Mammoth, where I'll check into the hotel that Tom Brennan rented. His flight gets in at, I don't know, it might be 8 or 10 or something. I'll have to look, but I'll have the rental car, and I'll already be in the hotel room. But I'll use the rental car to go pick him up, and then we're gonna start hiking the PCT. I'm not sure if I'm gonna hike with him starting on Friday, and if I do, it'll be the more difficult sections going up Mount Whitney and Forester Pass. If I don't hike with him, I'll probably just start at Mammoth instead of taking the shuttle a couple hours south to Mount Whitney. So really looking forward to it. Feeling good. Got all my gear. Plantar fasciitis is still there. It's kind of bothering me a little bit today. Nothing huge, but just refuses to go away. So, man, just so beautiful out here. I mean, of course, you've always heard this, you know, you've either been out here or you've heard from other people how amazing it is, and boy, it just does not let you down at all. 10 times more beautiful than what I thought. And I haven't seen, you know, a 20th with the park. I mean, you probably need a good at least week to see most of it. So, kind of bummed about having to leave, but, you know, excited for the adventures to come. That was a long video.